What's up, Dragon Brood? Welcome back, and today we're trying a different deck. This actually comes to us from LegenVD, one of the other YouTubers here, and it's kind of, I say it's like his deck. It's inspired by his deck. Actually, the base is all the same. I think I only made a handful of changes, but regardless, I just want to be transparent about where the idea came from, and it's actually pretty cool, pretty different. I will say this going into it though, if you're looking for a budget deck, this is not going to be for you. This is probably one of the more non-budget lists we've actually put up. So I just want to get that up front when people look and go like, oh my god, there's all these rares and mythic. Yeah, there's a lot in this list, quite a few. Before we get into it though, as always, please remember, like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, because that helps me grow my audience and it shows me how much you appreciate what I'm doing, and it really does help me out. So appreciate and thank every one of you that's hopped on here in the last few weeks, because looks like the sub count's been going up a little bit. But for now, let's go take a look at this wild ramp deck. Alright, so for starters, we've got 4 Omen of the Seas. And this card's really here just to help you find the key pieces, so you're not stuck after just getting all your mana. It hopefully helps you dig deeper and find some relevant cards to play. We got Heartless Act, one of our removal cards in here just to buy us time to do our big things. Lotus Cobra, obviously to help us make some mana. Cultivate, again, helping you search out, get mana. We're playing a ramp deck, so we're just trying to go big, get all the mana all the time. Essica, don't mind having a full set of these because 1, does have the ramp aspect that fits perfectly, but 2, we can actually play the backside pretty reliably, so getting to play the prismatic tree or prismatic bridge is actually pretty good here. Going into Binding of the Old Gods, just a solid removal, helps you find those extra lands you're looking for. Kinrith, honestly, Kinrith can still help close the game. I think this is one of those cards that people sort of forgot about, and there's not a lot of lists that can fit it, except for lately when you've seen it. It's probably been in a Winota list, but really just in a big ramp deck, you can use all the different options on Kinrith and really do some big things. Then we have a couple of Dream Trawlers. Like, this is another card that only maybe the most control, slow, like Azorius decks play, but quite often you can cast this on turn 6 or turn 7 and really start to take the game over a little bit, and it's a really good card to hit coming off of the Prismatic Bridge. Beanstalk Giant, this one's fine. You know, it ramps, it gets you a land, lets you kind of keep those turns going, and it's often going to be a 10-10 plus in this deck, which is awesome. And another thing I like about it is, again, if you hit this off of the Prismatic Bridge, it's a gigantic creature that really gets to do some things. And then the boss of the boss in here is Coma. Just, if you can get this to stick for a couple of turns, really good. I mean, just, there's very little to say about this card, honestly. Coma is just really solid. And especially in a deck where you can get to 7 mana pretty reliably and cast it, can be a real big threat. And then we're playing 1 Ugin, the Spirit Dragon. I know people are like, oh, why Ugin? But you know what? You can make so much mana, it's hard to not play Ugin, right? You almost got to justify it. Now, here's the other thing. When we get into talking about the lands, this is probably going to be the most absurd looking setup of land you have. And I want to say the difference between LegenVD's list and mine is, I believe, I had an Ugin, I took out a Dream Trawler. There's something else I adjusted a number of, and then I went in and I adjusted the mana as well, because there was another set of an additional Triome that I cut so we can make room for more basics so we can go search for more things. Mostly because we have the Beanstalk Giant and we've got Cultivates, and I wanted to make sure we still, and even Binding the Old Gods, though this can get the Triomes, I wanted to make sure we could always get every color we needed and have plenty of lands to fetch for. So I added in some more basics, playing 1 Plains, 2 Islands, 1 Swamp, 1 Mountain, 4 Forest, and then literally 1 of every pathway, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yes, 1 of each pathway. 2 Ketria Triome, 2 Into the Triome, and 2 Zagoth Triome. The reason being is these are all forests, so you can go search for these with the Binding of the Old Gods. So you don't necessarily have to worry about going to get a forest. You can go get all your forests and other basics with your Beanstalk Giants and with Cultivate. This lets you go get everything else. So it kind of allows you to be as, I guess if there's a term, ramp efficient as possible, and make sure you always have options to go get. And if you're at options, that just means the game went really long, and you should be just drawing great things or pathways, right? I mean, like one of those two things happen. But yeah, that's it. Let's go watch some games. Which is really what you want against the red decks. That's the best situation. Another Giganta. All right, well, let's see what this opponent's playing. The last time we saw it, the deck was not at all what we thought it was. It was that weird Naya build. Normally, it's Rakdos decks. So, kind of cool that people are doing different things with Giganta. Not something you see that often. Just like Rakdos Knights, maybe? That could be kind of cool. Man, this is a weird hand, because as much as I want to play Binding of the Old Gods, I might actually need to go get a... Well, no. We probably should still Binding. Yeah, I was going to say, we need to kill their Anthem creatures. Question is, this could go on blue or white? Well, End of the Trial makes white, so we're going to set this on blue. Oh, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. And then I'll just go ahead and Binding here. And then we'll have access to 5 mana next turn, because this will make 1. This will make 1. So actually, we really just want an untapped land here. So we can stick Dream Trawler, is what we want. Alright, untap land. Let's make that happen, deck. That's not bad either, though. That's not bad either. Let's go ahead and get a blue-black one. Since we have black-white in hand, so we'll use blue-blue-white-white if we need it. Okay. Really can't do anything but search here or play another Binding. So I think we're just going to play Binding and buy ourselves a little bit of time. I think is the correct thing to do. Alright. 2, 3, 4, 5. So we should be able to play Dream Trawler next turn. And still have plenty of life here. Alright, go to 15. Embercleaves do not currently scare us. Let's see. Kind of have everything we need at this point, huh? Alright, we'll go with that. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That'll be 6. This will be 7. I'm just going to go ahead and play Coma here, actually. We'll start trying to just get to the point. Like, Coma's got work to do. I mean, because now we'll just block with a Cobra. Like, I don't care. Rally the ranks. Okay. I have a version of this deck that actually doesn't play Acclaim Contender, so it's kind of interesting to see other people, what their versions look like. Yeah. I was gonna say, if the opponent attacks here, I'll just double block, like, whatever. Alright, so we can play Cobra. If we search, that'd be 1, 2, 3, but then that gets us 1, 2 back. So we play that, that's 3, 4, 5. Doesn't let us do everything we want to do. Alright, I think we'll just do this. Start working toward ending the game. Oh wait, do I not have that? Is it forcing me to tap it? Oh, I don't have a second white. I thought I had another white. Ah. Well, that'll show me. Well, I guess we'll go get one now. How you like that, then? I mean, not like it matters. We'll, just play it next turn. Sure. No attacks. Yep, I was short of white. I should have went and got the other Triome earlier. Opponent has no flyers, so if we stick Dream Trawler, they're kind of forced to do something. Yep, rally in the ranks. Sounds good. I mean, the problem for the opponent here is, like, we're at the stage where we can just start dropping in all the, yeah, that's fine. Just start dropping in all the tokens, and we'll be able to just tap them down at some point here and just attack for lethal. I mean, they're at 18. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. We'll draw one, 13. Attack with one is 13. Oh, so now it's going to be a problem. Okay. Well, sure. They're going to have a pile of duders. Nothing I can do about it. I mean, I guess it could have just been attacking with Coma since it's indestructible. I probably should have been doing that, actually. That's my mistake, actually. I should have just been attacking with Coma. Because we were at so much life, it didn't really matter. But even now, they're showing us they don't have any type of Embercleaves or whatever, so whatever. We'll just piggyback some tokens and do some... Oh, well. And that's a different thing. Let's go ahead and do this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can play one of those. Yeah. All right. Sounds like a plan. I mean, I'm not sure what else we're really going to get at this point. So I've got 7 things. The opponent has a big pile of tokens that are big. Alright, that's big. Oh, wait, actually. Oh, it only stops its activated abilities. Alright, opponent, what you got? Sure. Doom, doom, doom. Block here. Actually, you know what? Yeah, whatever. Opponent's at 12? Sure. This is one of the biggest blocks I've probably had to do in Arena to date. 5, 6, 7, 8 gets through. I'm at 19. I don't even know if I even want to block with my Cobras. Do I even care? My opponent has nothing else but a Gigantha? Yeah, sure, that's fine. I mean, I don't know. We're keeping a bunch of gigantic stuff. So, like, that seems fine. Whatever. We'll just block for sport, I guess. And we get something just because. Oh, just another Cobra. Well, alright, opponent. They didn't even cast their gigantic. Oh, they couldn't. Alright, cool. We will, attack, 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 attack. If we tap one of those with this, they can block the 10 and take 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. Looks like that checks. Tap that. Alright. Cool. Alright, this is a lot better. We'll keep... I'm actually going to tuck Giant and hope to draw our way out of this mess. Because with this, we can still go get, like, island plains. Alright, well, the opponent's not putting pressure on us here with white, unless they have the glass casket. But we haven't been seeing a lot of glass casket these days. That makes more sense. Opponent's going to put me to the test. Attack for 1, see if I'll block. Nope. Didn't want to test me. I probably would have tested me. Hey, Dylan, thanks for liking the stream. I would have for sure tested to just see if I block with the Cobra. Because I think the white deck has an advantage if I don't have mana. We'll just do this, and then we've got access to white, black. Let's see, let's say we go blue, white. Let's get black and red. Actually, no. We want to get blue and red, because we can get black, green, white, red, blue. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter because we have the Cobra, but same difference. Alright. We're going to do as much as we can next turn. Mana we can't do anything with, and then we just pass. Alright, so even if they play Apparition, get rid of our Cobra, we are able to at least get to the Prismatic Bridge here. Hopefully it's nothing too insane. Could be Maul the Skyclaves here, though. That'd be a big hit. Okay, Heliod. Alright. That's not that bad. That could have been worse. I'm alright with just a Heliod. That's... I mean, opponent's probably going to be able to smack us with Heliod next turn. So, I mean, you know, but we may just end up blocking with Cobra. Cobra might have outstayed its necessity here. Alright, so if we play a land that generates 1... Tap, tap, tap. 1, 2, 3. Cultivate. No, we can't do that. So we have black. Green, blue. Or black, green, white, red, blue. Yeah, alright. So the color doesn't really matter here. We're just going to hope they don't have a Banishing Light. A lot of weird white decks have been sneaking in Banishing Light lately. We're going to hope they don't have one. Because otherwise, this is really, really bad for us. What's sad is all that work, and it turns out we didn't even need Cobra for the Prismatic Bridge anyway. I mean, I guess if the opponent blocks, it's all good. No, we're we're going to pass because they don't have a way to get rid of the Prismatic Bridge. We want to conserve damage, I think, here. All right, opponent. You got it or not? And then how lucky do we get? That's the other thing. Truthfully, we're really just hoping to hit probably like a Dream Trawler. Okay, Aspirants. And something. Okay, nothing to bring Cloth or Heliod to life. So this is okay. The question now becomes, if we take 5 and go to 12, what's the most we take next turn? If they have all the Skyclaves, that could be 7, 8, 9. We'd end up having to block a Heliod, so we take 10, 11. So that wouldn't be lethal. We could also possibly play the Giant this turn, depending on what we draw. Okay, no blocks. I'm going to eat it one more time. Okay. I mean, we know they get to put a counter, but like life totals aren't going to really be that big a deal. Big thing. Big thing. Okay, that is a big thing. This, however, sucks for us. That's not good. That's a whole lot of not good. Oh, that's real bad, actually. I just realized that. I'm like, them having counters on everything is bad for our Heartless Act. But we can still force them to use like a Selfless Savior or whatever if we need to. Like, say we can make them use it now. So on their turn, they don't have a Selfless Savior, and we can choose to block like an Aspirant or something if we need to. And I'm actually kind of okay with that, all things considered. Guess we'll just get black, white. Man, this is a lot of concentration to try to figure this out. And then play this to generate a green. I mean, I'm trying to be like really careful here because we're only at 12. I feel like there's some way something bad's gonna happen to us if I slip up. Turning our Beanstalk Giant into a 7/7's legit though. Ooh, another Cultivate, huh? Don't think we're looking for either of those. Though we could cast another Cultivate, but then we wouldn't be able to use Heartless Act. I mean, we could. We would just Heartless Act the same thing we would right now. I'm going to pass, though. Let's just see if we can draw something better. That is something better. I would have liked to have that just been in play from the Prismatic Bridge, but we'll take it here. Alright, well, let's go ahead and do what we're talking about. Force the opponent's hand a little bit. It also means they have to find a couple more things to make Heliod relevant. Alright, no attacks. Alright. Coma, we're going to ask you to do a lot of work, friend. We're going to ask you to do a lot of work. Let's hit something big so we have at least another blocker so we don't have to commit everything to come. Well, alright. Well, we knew that was a possibility. We were talking about that last turn, so now we go to 3. Okay. Eska. No, we didn't want a second Coma. One was enough. One was enough. We're only at 3, so we actually can't attack because then they would pay. Well, if they paid and just attacked with those two, we'd still be able to block. So I guess it doesn't really matter. They don't have anything with haste, so I'm just trying to think, like, if they played something they could attack with new thing. No, they just attack with those. We just block and tap that. Yeah. Gotta get some damage in, I guess. Alright. We do have to be careful that they don't get like an Owl Seed or something too. Because that has potential to be really bad. Because an Owl Seed basically blocks us from using Coma. But they could also have like... I was about to say a Giant Killer. Like, so... Yeah. You Giant Killer, opponent. And that is a problem. We will just tap that. I mean, we'll block. And yes, I'm willing to block in a way that I kill the aspirant. So, you bring it, opponent. Come on, Kenrith. Oh! Oh! Big hit. Can we do it? Opponent has 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 defense worth of blockers. We could have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 13, 16, 22, 23, 24, 25. Nope, not nearly enough. Damn, that's good though. That is real good. Whew, man. That is something. I don't think that's where we're at yet. So let's just do this. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Sure. We could give something haste and trample. Opponent would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blockers. Potentially they can tap something on our side. So we're just going to pass. No need to put anything at risk just yet. Just wanted to check it out just in case. Having a backup Coma is pretty good here too, though. We might slowly be able... Oh, we do have Kenrith and Coma and Eska also tap for mana here. So we can gain life, actually. It's kind of like hidden mana, but it's there. So this... We're actually in a better position than I was giving myself credit for just a second ago. Beanstalk Giants and Cobras, however, do not tap for mana. But I think we're mostly okay here. Because we can block in a way that we keep all the stuff blocked and still gain 5. So they'd have to do a lot to get past us, really. I would like to respond. And we're going to tap your big creature over the top. Tap that. Because that seems good. Yeah, now we're starting to turn the corner a little bit. Man, opponent even tapping a blocker here. I'm really kind of surprised they didn't put the counter on the Luminarch Aspirant or the Heliod. Really. Like, I guess they're just trying to spread the wealth around, eventually get their creatures big enough. But every other turn, we're gaining an additional Serpent, plus whatever we get off of the Prismatic Bridge, which doesn't really help them. We're going to gain 5. Alright, let's see what we get. Spin to win. Aw, we'll keep the old one. That's good stuff. That's real good stuff. Question is, do we kill the giant killer or do we kill the Maul the Skyclaves? Or do we just go after a Luminarch Aspirant? All these things are relevant questions. I think we just kill the biggest creature. Because if they have to spend the mana on their turn for the Aspirant, fine. We're going to have to wait till we can tap everything down anyway. Because Heliod just give a bunch of stuff lifelink, and then it's just going to make the whole situation kind of silly. So, let's just do this. And then we can also draw with Kenrith, we can scry, we can gain life. So, we're in a pretty good place right now. And, like I said, we have a backup Coma the opponent doesn't know about right now. With no way to really stop us from playing it or resolving it. Their Kenrith is now... Or, I mean, their Heliod's now kind of irrelevant except for the lifelink portion. Next, would you like to tap anything, opponent? You're at 23. Alright. We can live with that. If we get in with Kenrith, what can we gain? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can still tap for a lot of mana. If they were to double block, say, a Kenrith, we could... that's 8. We wouldn't be able to get through. Alright, so we're just going to attack with the Beanstalk Giant. Kenrith's too important here. We can pump creatures, we can draw cards. Yeah, that's fine. And we'll just end the turn. Because here we can draw a card and gain life, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and then tap Kenrith for himself. Yeah. So feeling pretty good now. I don't know if they're going to have a way out. Especially with us having Prismatic Bridge on board and a backup Coma. Even if for some reason they were playing some type of creature board sweeper. I think we're in good shape now. That is annoying, but I don't think it matters all that much. That's fine. Because also if they tap, it also sets up a turn for us to be able to win now. Because the biggest thing was them being able to gain life. I mean, okay, sure. Oh, wait. Because that exiles. Okay, what do we want to tap? We're at 8. We could block. And that's fine. It resolves. Like, I'm sitting here looking, going, doesn't matter. We can gain 5 more life. Like, whatever. And like I said, we have the other Coma. The opponent just doesn't know it, so... meh. And they're only at 14, so if they do this... we almost... actually, we might just have lethal next turn anyway. Because that doesn't get Vigilance. Yeah, sure. Alright, we will gain 3. Or gain 5, sorry. And then, do we even need to draw? Opponent has 8 defense. Yeah, I was gonna say, we just have more than enough with the Coma. Alright, well, if you're looking for something that really makes use of doing all the crazy rampiness and trying to do all the big things, this should fall right in your wheelhouse. It's another one of those decks that does take a bit of patience, and it plays, though it has some early plays, it almost plays kind of like a control deck on its way to victory. So that's something to really think about whenever you play it, if you're trying to find something that fits your style or not. But if you like getting big mana and doing big things, give this deck a look. It's probably going to be pretty fun for you. And as for the card spotlight today, we're going to talk about one that's been reprinted, man, I don't know, maybe 12 times, 14 times. and has some promos even, but it's Reliquary Tower. And the reason I bring this up is people think that because a card's been reprinted into Oblivion, that it just can't have value. Well, that's not true. First, let me tell you, I hate seeing this card in Commander games because usually any deck playing it's up to no good or doing something I'm just not gonna enjoy. That being said, there's a lot of those decks and a lot of people still want Reliquary Towers. And Reliquary Tower, depending on the version, retails anywhere between like $1 to like $2.50-ish. But, you know, these are things you're going to find in bulk, especially since they came out in a core set a couple years ago. They had a recent promo printing. They're just everywhere. But you can still find these in bulk boxes and still get a good little price for them, selling them even to vendors because they're always on buy lists because people always scoop them up. So there you go. Get yourself some Reliquary Towers. Or dig yours up because you probably have some in a box somewhere. Remember, you can get today's deck list down in the description below, along with links to all these other things. But remember, you can come watch me on Facebook Gaming during the weekdays over there from usually 10 or 11 a.m. until about 4 p.m. Pacific time. And it's just a fun way to come hang out, shoot the breeze, play some Magic. And remember, if you haven't, please like this video, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell. I will be super appreciative if you do that for me. But, you know, it's up to y'all, not up to me. That's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.